But sometimes it's other places.
You don't know that really happened? That just happened over the weekend.
Over the weekend? I didn't know it happened over the weekend.
There's two things, okay?
I need to learn.
There's two things. So this dude, this was fucked up. This was like a few years back, maybe like 5 years ago. Some dude it was like a fucking video game. He put a GoPro on himself, had a gun, went up and shot two news people.
What?
Shot and killed him, and it was
I not hear
this was something he live streamed from on YouTube.
Oh my god!
And then just over this past weekend, remember that racially charged shooting that happened? That was live streamed too.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm. People just want attention.
This is where we are.
I don't want to be around.
That's right.
I don't want to be around anymore. I don't want to either. Not in this world. Well, eventually, one way or another.
Fucking shit on me. I can't breathe. I don't even want to be around anymore.
That's it.
That's what we're looking for.
I don't want to be around.
That's what we're looking for.
Yeah, there's too well. Wait long enough, and you won't be around anymore. That's it. That's the way that this world's going.
And it'll be live streamed.
It's either going to be Monsanto or it's somebody that doesn't like the way that's focused on the race issue instead of focusing on the economic issue.
It's okay. Get it all out now.
I got to get this out now because people are tired of hearing my soapbox.
Get all the bad stuff out.
This is Kickstart. It's called the Soapbox with just Matt.
The Soapbox with Matt.
That's it. That'll be bonus content. If you want to just hear me give lectures like I'm what's that guy Gary fucking fuckface. Oh, he's like Gary Vucek or something like that. You ever see his videos?
Gary Busey?
He's like Gary Busey. He's like a. I assume he's moderately successful in some form or another.
Okay.
And he gives talks and lectures about how to be successful and bullshit like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just making money and different things.
I'm still pretty sure you're talking about Gary Busey.
I think it's just Gary Busey. If he can do it, I mean,
yeah, that's exactly right.
Then why
Gary Busey can do it? Why can't he?
Why can't I?
He's got the Gary.
He's got Gary.
That's all you need. That's a start.
I'll just change my name.
That's the same thing as seed money. It's the same thing as seed money. Look at this Gary guy.
Seed round. Change your name to Gary.
You don't have a Gary guy in your town? Got to get Gary. He'll tell you how to get things together.
Get a Gary. Meow.
Come on, Gary. That's right. Bring your.
Even SpongeBob had a Gary.
This is what we're saying. It's an obvious. Look,
it's very important to have.
It's a formula. It's a formula.
It's Gary Good.
It's Gary Good.
Everybody but Gary Ridgway. He was the only one that caused some problems. But
nope. Gary Coleman too.
He doesn't count. He did.
What are you talking about?
He wasn't it. Yeah,
Wilford.
That's right, Bramley. He was. What a strange turn of events it was to get us to that point during the day.
And I don't want any questions about things.
Okay. Well,
now that we've gotten all the funny stuff out,
now that we're done with all the humor, it's time to get to our strictly informational podcast
and improvisational.
That's right. Strictly informational, improvisational information. That's right.
And absolutely no lies ever.
Never a lie.
No, I've never fucking lied.
Ever.
Improvisation. I'm trying to combine these words. Infestation. Which one do you like better?
That sounds like it might be illegal north of the Mason-Dixon line. Yep. Not as frowned upon down below, but above.
Ooh,
definitely not.
Very puritanical up here.
We have a port up here with lots of new people coming in. Why do you want to just stick with the familiar faces and
smell us island?
Well,
smell us. Tell us if we can stay.
Sometimes it's the only way because you can't read or write. You always got a cent.
You can sing.
Even if you don't have any money, you always have a cent. Remember that, kids.
You got something. You smell like something.
That's it. And so you can use that, or you need to learn how to parlay that into valuables.
Right. Hey, I smell bad. You want me to go away? Give me money.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, I smell good. You want me to come to your party?
You don't charge them to get into the bathroom stall. You charge them to get out.
That's right.
That's how you make your money. It's free to come in. Do we But you need.
They do.
But freedom is not like
No, it's fucking not. Not in this country. Not in this lifetime.
You're not going anywhere until you come up with some money. So you better figure out a way to make some money in this bathroom stall here, because otherwise you're never getting out. It's your fault for not making change before you came in.
I've never heard.
It only takes coins.
I've never heard a better analogy for this country in my life.
This is it.
It's 100% the best analogy I've ever heard. Yep. You go into the bathroom. You need to use it. You can't get out until you pay the attendant who gave you something that you didn't even need in the first place. A towel for your hand to dry your hands. He sticks his hand out for a tip.
Yep.
And the door is now he's between you and the door.
Yep.
You need to do something about it.
That's it.
You need to figure out how to make some money.
You ate that ancient mint, all right? That was given to Cleopatra, okay? You took it. I offered it to you, but you took it.
It's the monkey paw of using the restroom.
It's like a mountain lion.
You wish to relieve yourself?
That's right.
That's just fine, but you got to pay the price.
You're going to pay the price.
You said you wanted a mint?
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what kind of mint you just ate?
That's
the
right.
Rarest kind.
You've just been delivered, okay? Congratulations. Delivered from your problems into the hand of the enemy.
Starring Steven Seagal.
Starring Steven Seagal. That's right. Next summer. All right, let's start this show. Here we go. We got one. That's all we need.
Is it Juan?
I don't. Well, I don't. Normally, Juan says hi right away.
I think it's Deirdre.
I think it's Deirdre. I think
usually
right.
she's usually first up on the.
If you're number one till Juan gets here.
Deirdre's. She can't be our number one fan because she's like part of the team,
right?
So she's like backstage.
Oh, it's our Patreon support.
Oh, it's Tyler.
Excuse me.
Oh,
yes, it's
Tyler.
Tyler, it's time to go.
Why can't people spell your name right?
Why can't people smell your name right? That's what I want to know. I don't care about what Matt said. I didn't even hear what he said.
No, nobody does.
That's okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen. Yay! And then... Wait! What does that do? Did that blow your mind? That just happened.
This corner weighing in at 180 pounds.
Darkness, everybody!
You got a dirty, whorish mouth.
Bunch of fucking amateurs. Am I wrong? No. Am I wrong? Yeah. Okay, then.
Hail to the king, David.
Oh, fuck it, dude.
Let's go, bull.
You tell anyone about this, I'll fucking kill you. I'm kidding. We'll run back by tonight. Okay.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Kickstart with Matt
and Matt.
Oh, and I'm here too.
Allison is back. Wait a minute. Wait for it. There we go. And she's back. There she is.
That just means we have one less listener today.
That's right. That's what we're looking for. We're looking to just bring everybody here.
If you could those who listen, if you just want to come on the show all at once.
That's right.
We just need a couple extra more mics and then we'll have it.
That's all you got to do. We've got two? We've got two other microphones available.
And you can just share mics.
You can share mics.
Yeah.
There's no COVID.
We should have our own party. We should do a Matt-thon.
Matt, that's right. We're gonna do let's figure out we already know what the record is. We talked about the longest podcast episode. We'll fix that.
It was like 3 days or something.
I mean, I
something
got
ridiculous.
beat with 20 some years, so that's okay.
I'm pretty sure that that's right. Yeah, and we don't really
we
stop.
never stop.
We just hit stop recording.
We just let you people leave.
We give you
that's
a break.
The only difference. That's right. Yeah, we've been going during the commercial break. You think this is all stopping and starting just for you? You think you're that important that we're creating original content just for you? This is our life. This is my life. Okay.
This is our sad existence that we wake up into every day.
I love it. I love being sad.
Me too. It's at least it feels like something.
What you baking? Nothing. Just heating up the oven to stick my head in there, just so I can remember what it feels like to feel something. Are we making a cake? Nope. Nope. Pizza? Nope.
Just making amends for my life.
That's right. Just trying to settle some scores.
Just making it right finally.
That's right. It's all gonna be okay later. That's all I know.
Allison's mortified.
Oh no.
Okay.
That's it.
I understand the feeling.
Yeah.
Or lack thereof.
That's the ticket. That's what we do. You gotta find it where you can, folks. That's what life's all about. Because if you sit around waiting too long, all you're doing is at a McDonald's. At which apparently bagels are back.
What?
I don't know if you saw this. The McDonald's up the street here.
Yeah.
They have their sign just says bagels are back.
Where'd they go?
That's what I said. I wasn't aware that they went anywhere.
Also, they were there initially?
Apparently.
Did they just make sandwiches on bagels? Is that what?
Yeah, there's for the breakfast food.
Right.
But I don't know. Maybe they just have bagels for sale now.
I
You can
don't
just buy
remember
a
ever
bagel.
seeing a single bagel at McDonald's.
No, I mean,
Wait a minute.
what are you talking about?
No.
What?
I just wanted to know if McDonald's was maybe started in New York or if it was owned by a Jewish person. And then I realized that might have sounded a little weird.
Is weird the word you're looking for?
I think the word I'm looking for is starts with a kind of sound.
You had one of the right letters.
Yeah.
It's just it's like an anagram. You got to shuffle the letters around a little bit to figure it all out. You'll get it eventually, though. Yeah.
I'm all about inclusion, so I eat the everything bagel.
I eat the black and white cookie for lunch every day. I'm all
From
about
McDonald's.
That's right. I don't see race. I only see flavors.
I see everyone as delicious.
That's right.
As
I don't
potentially a
discriminate.
meal.
That's right. It's you never know. You never know.
Some people
what's
would
gonna
be
fill you
better
up.
served as meals in this world,
That's right.
and mostly those people without the sense
Yeah.
to make good decisions.
Well, and so hopefully people taste better than they think. That's
true.
That's
Maybe the dumber that they are, the better they taste.
it. Might be. I
We
mean,
just need somebody to illuminate this truth.
we love fattening up these calves. So
Maybe that's already happening. What happens if like all these people, they're basically drinking like Mountain Dew and eating McDonald's constantly?
Yeah.
That's making their flavor better for
Yeah,
the
but
rich
that could be
people to
it.
eat them.
Yeah, but see, the problem is that's just pumping them full of hormones and all kinds of chemicals that aren't supposed to be in their bodies to begin with.
Yeah, but that's what makes them taste good.
But then again, nice salt rub, that's not supposed to be in your body either.
Mm-mm.
But let me tell you what, it really takes
Brings
it up
out
a
the
notch.
flavors.
Because listen, these kidneys, they're terrible.
High sodium diet would no doubt make you tastier.
Well, it would make.
Allison?
I don't know about that. Doc, can you weigh in on
What do you
this?
think, Doc?
I have no knowledge of this.
Oh shit! They didn't teach you? Oh man,
Are there
You should've-
saltier animals and less salty?
I thought they made your minor in the culinary arts when you went to that school.
Just so you have that to fall back on.
I want you
You're
to be able
dealing
to
with animals,
I want you
one
to-
way or the other.
fix an animal
That's
and
right.
prepare it and serve it.
That's it.
We were
That's
talking
it.
about that the other day as to whether my profession is closer to, was it a butcher
Yeah.
versus
I was asking like what
A candlestick maker, hopefully.
or like a farmer,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
which it kind of leaned more towards if you weren't a vet.
Mhm.
And Allison's answer was
I
butcher.
almost feel like
Yeah.
because you know the anatomy.
Right. That's exactly right. I'd say that's very,
Allison
very
could carve
apt.
you up and
Yeah.
serve you
Yeah.
in
So,
a deli
yeah.
because you worked at a deli before. So
did.
Allison could take a
What?
person, cut him up into pieces, serve him at a deli, and you'd never know the difference.
Again, I asked more salty animals, less salty animals. We have to figure this out.
I guess it depends on the environment that they're in.
Right.
So if it's like a fish,
Mm-hmm. Oh, very
Maybe.
good point.
maybe. But I
Very
don't know
good
about
point.
like your land dwelling animals.
Right. I'd imagine carnivores probably would be. Well, let's see. I'm not sure. Let's just think about this for a while.
Yeah, let's be very silent. As far as what, if they're saltier?
no. I'm just trying to hypothesize as to what would up the sodium content in their bodies and their musculature.
I'm actually going to give this some good.
This is good. We'll get back to you on this one because this is definitely an important venture. Yeah. So
We're just trying to define whether rich people want you dead in order to eat you or just to make less competition.
we're
not really-
Why do you need to limit yourself to a single option?
Yeah.
Why not just do that last bubble that's all the above?
Yeah,
It's on the Scantron.
it is.
That's all that matters.
Always answer
As
D.
long as you can fill, that's right. D is always the answer. As long as you can fit it right back in
Always
that
D.
computer. Did you ever have any classes in high school, either of you, that the Scantron machine was broken, and so you? That happened twice to me. I remember.
I
Really?
feel like I remember at least one test and it marked everything wrong.
Yep. And they're like,
everybody got to redo
sorry,
it.
yeah, we got to redo the test. It's like, okay, good.
Great.
You know, I love it.
That would, you know what? I think that happened to me as well because
Yeah.
I remember being pissed off about that.
I want to
Like,
know where
I
the
studied
damn.
for this fucking thing.
Now look,
Maybe
I worked in
maybe
the
do it
computer
again.
lab at school. Okay, I never saw a Scantron machine ever.
Scantron machines, I'm pretty sure like they didn't exist. I think you just had like a key that you laid over top of the paper.
Yeah.
I think it meant that the teacher didn't do what they were supposed to do.
It's really just a cheap way for them to get through a test. Is
Yeah.
exactly right. But it did mark them though because it had to be like a dot matrix thing because it had a feed on it and they were little. It was all
kids have no
pointless.
clue what we're even talking about. Deirdre, hold on. Can you weigh in on this, Deirdre? Do they even bother with these Scantron type like multiple choice questions?
Oh, still you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
that's
do
a good question.
Is
I
this
don't
in
know.
schools anymore? I feel like an ancient. I feel like
Juan's here.
Hey, Juan is here. Number one.
Juan and I think,
number one.
I think Tyler might still be our number two. I don't know if Tyler's still here or not.
Number tie.
But number tied up, and now it's just Juan.
Oh.
All right.
So-
that's
and
fine.
then there was
That's
Juan.
okay. Juan.
And then
That's
there
right.
was Juan,
That's
one of my
right.
favorite,
That's
one
right.
of my favorite
That's,
books.
That's right. Yeah.
Juan, you ever watched? You ever read that book, Juan? It's great.
That's it.
And then there was Juan. That's gonna be my. I want that to be. I want that to be
Just keep it up.
my biography
That's
title.
That's right.
And then there was Juan.
And then there was Juan.
And it's gonna. My biography will only be about Juan's life.
That's right. It'll be through the lens of your life.
It'll be his biography, just ghost written by me.
Page 1. The first time I met Juan.
Page 1.
Yeah, page 1.
Page 1.
Chapter 1.
Chapter 1.
Chapter 1, page 1.
Juan, can we just do this?
Juan
please?
says wonderful.
This is all I want for my life.
This is it. It's all about the simple things. And if there's one thing that we certainly are, it's complicated.
Simple.
So yes, Juan's in. Juan says in.
Let's do it.
That's it. So the game
We gotta
over
make a
there.
movie about it, starring Juan.
Yeah, but we have to.
Wait, Juan, do you have like a stage name, or do you? Because I feel like you could stand to just be called Juan.
Yeah.
Just your first name.
Oh, like Cher, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean,
I like
It's-
it.
Nobody else does that.
it's
But
there.
as far as I know.
I don't know of any
with the
just
name
Juan in the business. No.
Or if they make you take a last name, just make your first name Just.
Or just take a last name. Just take somebody else's. yeah.
Just
Why not?
steal it
Why
when they're
not?
not looking.
Juan Skarsgård.
Juan Skarsgård.
That's it. That's who he is in this movie.
He's
That's
the other brother.
You ever seen that? I remember watching a documentary one time, and they had an actor in the documentary, but not like playing a role. They were themselves, but
Oh.
they were listed in the credits as their name, and then their name again, and then as themselves. It said. I don't remember who the person was, otherwise I would list it. But it was like I'm trying to think of somebody. Steve Harvey's right behind you.
There you go.
So it's like Steve Harvey as Steve Harvey played by himself.
Oh yeah. I've seen very
Was it Nick Cage?
It could have been Nick Cage. Who knows? But
That sounds-
I don't understand why they've got the name twice. Maybe like the first part is like that's their stage name. This is their government name, and then this is their slave name, and then this is to quote my father, and then this is their who as themselves. But I think that's a bit strange.
The redundancy may.
But if they can do it, Juan, so can you.
That's
Okay,
right. Juan,
Just-
you can do anything you want.
That's
Don't let them tell you. Don't let them try to put you in a box.
Yeah, don't settle
belong
on a
there.
singular brand. You got number one razor blades. You've got 1% milk. Whatever
1% milk.
Everything.
Yes.
There's so many opportunities, and why would you limit yourself by a last name? when
I
you do
think I am wholeheartedly in favor of the fake it till you make it in this world that we live in right now.
That's right.
Because Juan, if you make enough of a presence, so to speak,
that? Mhm.
on all the social media pages and TikToks and all this stuff, and you just talk like it's like everyone should know what this is already.
Yeah.
100% people will just go on board with it.
There was a documentary about that. I think it was something about. I can't remember what the hell the title of it was, but it's still there. I still see it every once in a while. But it was basically like this whole experiment about creating like fake celebrity and how easy it was to do. Like they just
I've seen
hired like 8
videos.
people just to follow somebody around and mob them whenever they came out of a building. And then other people came up and got their autograph. And then they went and interviewed them later and like, hey, who was that? Who was that? Like, I don't know, but everybody was around them. Or like, I think they were in a movie or something, that kind of thing.
Oh, that's Donald. You know, he's the best. He's great.
Can we do this with Juan?
Yeah.
Can we just like be his little
Well, Juan actually has credits too that we could, you know, we could act
Look
like.
him up on IMDb.
Juan is credited on IMDb.
Yep, that's right.
Juan has several different movies coming out. He's got commercials.
That's it.
Juan.
There's so many things.
It's only one direction. It's pointing up.
He's a one-man band. That's it.
One man.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely.
One-man army.
Absolutely right.
Army of Juan.
Yeah, Army of Juan. That's the first film. That's the first feature-length film.
And wait, we can do
that. Could be his goddamn documentary title.
He has a twin brother, Sean.
This is it.
He does it. Allison.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you don't know that part? Yeah.
This.
Yep. Absolutely.
You get Sean in there to play. You know, like you're either your double or you can be your stunt double, or he could play like your evil twin in a movie. He could be anything.
There's so many possibilities. And why stop at one thing? Why stop at one thing? We can just do more. I'm telling you, this is genius. TM. Juan, you're the only one that's allowed to steal this.
But that's right. Juan, please take it and run with it if you want.
Take our genius idea and run with it. Invest millions of dollars into our dumb idea that we came up with because of what your name is. We have
Truly
what we
inspired.
need.
I saw the trailer for the new Jurassic Park movie, Matt. This is more thought than has gone into the movies of late. Trust me.
Do we have those pages we threw away from the script?
Here's
do
another
movie.
Jurassic movies from now on. Okay. Remember when Chris Pratt was a fat, silly comedy guy? Nope. Now he's a thin, tan guy who goes like this.
That's right. I think we're gonna have
his hands up in dinosaurs' faces. And he just and he looks real concerned.
That's right.
And he wants to make sure that they're not going to attack him. He does it to fucking 2 T-Rexes.
Yeah, just chill out, ladies.
I'm the dominant one here.
Yeah.
Do you remember the time that a fly made you do anything except for swat it?
Yeah. That's like a fly coming up and like holding a hamburger in front of you so that you don't attack it.
Yeah.
Don't attack me.
I got a burger.
Stay away from me.
You know what I'm going to do?
Yeah.
I'm going to grab the burger. I'm going to take my hand and slap.
I'm going to slap it with the burger.
I'll put him in the burger and eat him.
Hey, there you go.
Care.
Sometimes you need the protein.
Maybe a fly is kind of salty.
There we go. See, now we're getting closer. We're getting closer.
We know how to prepare a fly. If Allison, if somebody had a pet fly that they brought in, would you have to fix it?
Like she works at a mechanic shop?
Yeah.
I would
My fly's broken.
I would try my best.
Would you be expected to?
I mean, if it's like a little kid that brought it, I guess I'd try.
Yeah.
What can you even do?
I don't know. I'd have to look some stuff up.
Yeah.
But you really would make an attempt?
Tiny instruments.
Is this out of kindness or is it kindness? I know it's kindness always, but
it's the Hippocratic oath, Matt.
And obligation.
That's
what
right.
I wondered. Is it obligation too within your job?
I don't think that. I can't imagine my bosses would be like, "You have to fix this fly.
You have to save this fly." Yeah.
Save the fly.
This is the main character in a movie I'm shooting with this guy.
It's actually Jeff Goldblum, so you really need to work on it.
You better fix
He has 2 more seasons to do with Disney Plus. You need to get him back in shape immediately.
I think I would have to save the fly just in case it is Jeff Goldblum.
It's like Animorphs too. If you don't hurry up, he's going to be stuck like a fly forever, and we're going to lose one of America's greatest living treasures.
and the salvation for our humanity.
We need you to fix his fly body and then figure out how to turn him back into a human.
If you can't do it, if the Andalites can't do it,
that's right.
You must. You must now. The Yeerks will win.
You've got to. It's only going to get worse.
Well, here's the other thing, Allison. If one of those brain slugs that are in Animorphs, was somebody brought that in and you had to fix that. I know it's alien, I know it's an alien biology, but I assume it's like pretty similar. Would you try to save it?
Similar to a slug? Like
like
a Earth slug?
So how far does the Hippocratic Oath go? Like,
does it go like the stratosphere to the exosphere?
Yeah.
How far out does it go?
How wide does it reach? I'm wondering if you had if Hitler was reincarnated as a golden retriever, and it got hit by a car.
How would I know it's Hitler?
It does the Nazi salute. And it has a little mustache, a little dog mustache.
And
It
a lot more
always
pleasant
barks
than I
at
thought this
Jewish
was gonna
people.
go. That's where I thought it was gonna go.
It only barks in German.
It only barks. Yeah, it's a German Shepherd. Sorry, excuse me, a German Shepherd that does the salute and when it tries to bite Jewish people.
How wide does the Hippocratic Oath go? I'm going to ask every doctor I ever meet this question. Can I ask you a question, Doc? No. I don't want you to look at anything. I'm fine. How wide does the Hippocratic Oath go? Like, I got the height part. I figured that all out. That's giraffe, okay? How wide does it go, though?
I'm trying to calculate the circumference.
When does it bump into geology? That's really the question. What's the limitations there? Is it different in different countries? Like somebody else is around.
You're still waiting about Hitler dog.
Yeah. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
What's your
I'd
answer?
I'd probably try to help it.
That's
Okay.
really
That's all I needed
Because
to know.
again, do no harm. That's the whole.
That's it.
Do no harm.
Yeah.
It's all
So even
about-
if it was weird brain slug, I guess I'd try, but I would have no idea what I'm doing.
Yep.
Right. You just give it your best shot.
But the
Yeah.
question is at what point are you enabling harm from this anti-Semitic dog?
Right. Here's the thing. If what's the utilitarian
That's
form
it.
of do no harm? Because
Right.
So if you look at it that way, I can think of a lot of really aggressive dogs and cats I've worked on, and I still fix them.
I think the it's more that do no harm directly to the body,
Mhm.
and then it's up to society to mitigate the rest of the harm.
Like how wide it is.
Right. How wide? Society determines how wide.
Yeah, it's more of a
Allison
breadth
determines
thing.
how high.
That's
Yes.
right.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
The height, because it's a vertical axis, right?
It is.
It's a vertical axis. It means do only good to the what's right in front of you.
Mhm.
2 dimensions. And then you start branching out and wide. That's on us, you and me.
Yeah.
I guess that is kind of similar though to like if someone really evil did have a doctor,
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah. Hitler
I mean,
did.
right? And
Hitler had a doctor.
and that doctor probably knew exactly what was going on.
Kept them all doped up, but
Yeah.
that didn't help things.
It made
You
him
know,
made
just-
him a lot angrier.
That's right.
A lot.
As things got even more challenging as things went along there. But
Let me take a video of you saying that you're going to kill the president.
Escalated very quickly.
I didn't know where this was going, but I found out.
We are the most hypocritic, not Hippocratic. Hypocritic.
We're the most Hippocratic podcast on the internet.
Well, no, hypocritic country, I'd say, or like like world or existence, because we're sitting here trying to regulate morality, and meanwhile, we don't do anything to regulate the morality of the people.
Yeah.
Like that are already
If
within
you
our
don't
scope.
hug that guy, I'm gonna shoot you in the head.
That's what it feels like. Yeah.
I'm gonna burn your whole town to the ground. Hug him. Stop being so mean to people, or I'm gonna blow you up.
Say hello to me. Say hello. 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 Hi. How you doing?
Sign the peace treaty. Sign it. Yep, that's America for you.
We tried peace. It's time for war.
How wide does war go? You know how high it goes. Atomic bomb. We got that. How wide does it go? This is the unexplored dimension, really.
What? You just
That's
don't
right.
know.
How high does the corruption go? Who cares? How wide does it go? That's the area
We
that
know
it's
how
covering.
high it goes.
Yeah.
All the way to the top.
To the top. That's easy. Easy question. Nobody asked how wide this corruption goes, though.
That's the arguably more important question.
It absolutely is. It is. And people don't acknowledge it. They don't acknowledge it, and it's nobody's fault but their own. They're the ones missing out on the important dimension where all of these criminals are hiding. They just know. We're just going to rest in the width. Day one. Find yourself a nice wide operation. All right. Day 2, make some fat cash. All right. It all lines up. All right. I'm not trying to bust it all wide open, but I am. Okay.
This is why operations always look to spread their width, their influence.
See, I'm telling you.
Outward, not upward, but outward.
Don't let them. Don't
That's
let them.
why our bodies
fool you.
get bigger, wider. right?
They're just getting more evil with time.
More evil.
More evil and criminal
The
with time.
fatter you are, the more evil you are. But I will never change my mind.
That's
about
exactly right. That's it.
If I learned anything from high school geometry, it's that the wider the circumference, the more evil.
That's what I heard. That's LB stand for lots of bad suckers. That's what LBS. It's right there.
Suckers.
A lot of bad suckers right there. And that's how we know the more that we can invest into Spanx and girdles, and really it's just as good as the after school program.
That's true. It's just as good.
Why do kids need to exercise? They can just hold it in.
Yeah, just squish it in. Squish it.
Work for generations. Just hold it in.
I know. Shit. It's a lot of pain for what? You can literally put something on, does the same thing.
You're exactly right. You're causing the problem. Okay.
You're part of the issue.
Eat whatever you want. Just wear the girdle. It's science, okay?
It's measurable with. If you
science.
can keep it in, you're good.
That's it. Look at the sun. Do you realize that the sun is a giant ball? It's not fire, it's plasma, okay? And this little fucking thing here, all right, Deirdre's here. Says hi. Hi, Deirdre.
Hi, Deirdre.
Deirdre.
So there's this fucking ball in the sky is up there constantly trying to throw itself out into space, okay?
So it's trying to become more evil?
It's trying to become more evil, but gravity, which is the most
is gravity
it's
the
the biggest
girdle of
superhero. It's exactly right. It's the
I'm getting this. I'm getting it. I like this lesson.
This is so good. And so this wonderful altruism of space that we call gravity is pulling the sun back towards its center, but eventually, unlike what they tell you in the movies, unlike the comic book code, evil always wins. Gravity loses its hold eventually, and it will send the sun out to become a red giant. It's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. It's going to engulf Venus and Mercury. They're going to completely be obliterated. The sun, or rather the Earth, is going to be turned to a giant ball of metal from all of the iron that we have here. But the nice news is,
I'm afraid that I'm going to vote for Trump next time he runs because
Pluto.
you're starting to convince me.
Pluto.
This is making sense to me.
This is all real, by the way. I'm not making this up.
No, I know, but
Pluto is going to be quite habitable with liquid water potentially.
I don't. So
Let's go to Pluto.
That's what I'm saying. We have 500 million years to get there.
Start now.
Sweet. Let's go.
We got 500 million more years, and it's going to take probably like
You have no idea how
1,000
much
of
money I
those
can
years.
save in 500 million years.
If we just could be just vampiric.
If only the bagels were back, I think we could make it. But
If only.
Surf the bagels through space.
It's a wormhole.
But you totally convinced me that the y-axis is basically evil.
It's
because evil essentially would be kind of the antithesis of progressing life further.
Yeah.
And the fact that gravity essentially like gives it form and keeps us here,
Right.
and allows things to exist and keeps the sun contained.
Versus
Versus if we had if that didn't exist and we just was all y-axis, chaos, destruction, and uninhabitable conditions would exist. Therefore, I think that I'm sorry, but just logically, it's right.
That's what I'm saying. Right now, and the sun, it's trying. It's trying. We've got these coronal mass ejections that are coming. These giant like strings of plasma that get thrown out into space.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. All that's little crime. It's little bits of crime
Little
coming
crimes.
out. It's just little crimes, just getting bigger. They're just getting wider, just shooting out into
Little
space.
crimes.
Little crimes getting shot out into space. I'm telling you, it's all about containing the width.
Little crimes.
It's all right.
That's my rap name, by the way.
Is it L-I-L? Yeah.
Little crimes.
Little crimes, featuring little crimes.
Just shoplifted and
I double park sometimes. Not enough to get arrested or
hate
anything.
speech.
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
I don't even say it to their faces
Jaywalking.
either. I say it when I'm like
just-
walking away from them, just under my breath.
Stuff that's not protected under free speech. Yelling fire in a movie theater. Little crimes.
But I named my son Fire, so it's okay. Fire! Just trying to find our seat.
Where is it? I just don't know.
It's not my fault. I didn't mean it like that. You took it that way. It's not my fault. I was trying to keep things tight. You made them wide. Now the police are here. This is all because of you. I was fine. I knew my width. I knew my width getting into the game, folks. That's it.
That's why Notorious B.I.G. was.
I'm telling you, it all Al Capone. All we got, just look at what the fuck was his name down in Cuba? FDR. Fidel Castro. Winston Churchill.
Some would say evil just reigned in. He's like the sun.
Everybody.
Eventually, he lost the use of his legs, so he wasn't allowed to get wider.
Well, no, he couldn't get any taller. Things got shorter at that point.
The gravity worked harder on him.
I'm telling you, it's the evil of the world. It's just being crushed. Everybody's like, oh, physics. We got to learn about physics.
Downward pressure.
What about ethics? Nobody talks about the ethics of physics.
Nope. Physics and ethics 101. Matt's going to teach the class.
I'm going to teach it.
It's going to start getting taught in all schools. Allison, what do you got?
But if there's downward pressure, isn't it going to get wider?
Well, but this is the thing. It all depends upon the density, and the density is your potential for good.
Because if it's flatter, it's still getting wider.
Right.
So.
Well, it depends on what plane we're looking at.
Right. Oh, this is true too, because there has to be displacement going on there. Oh, wait. Would you say 2 dimensions or what?
Or 3?
Oh, I said 1.
I did say 1. It's 1 dimension.
There's only 1 dimension around here.
Only 1 dimension.
So that's it.
And that's the dimension I wish I lived in. That's 1 dimension.
Deirdre's cutting in because I know that she's dealing with physics right now. She said physics has no ethics.
That's right.
Physics doesn't care about shit.
And
that's true. It's true.
The most evil of the science.
It is the most evil of science.
we may say it's the most unethical.
Yeah, that's right. That's why I need to start teaching this class.
There needs to be ethics. Let's overcomplicate everything.
Listen, if you're not overcomplicating things, you're giving room for them to grow. And we've already established,
don't let things grow.
Don't let them get any bigger, because that's a 50% chance that they're turning evil.
Kudzu, that vine from Japan, it's an invasive species. It's everywhere now. You can't get rid of it. It grows all over houses. Every time you see an overgrown house,
listen,
those vines.
I've seen so many houses grow in my neighborhood that it's been absolutely terrifying. We've tried to hold it all together. The evil even can't contain.
That's why little crimes exist. He throws rocks through the windows. He unscrews the door hinges.
Just gravel. Just unscrew the screws.
Make them loose.
Just loose. Not off. They're fine. I didn't break in your house or anything.
Mostly, it's just really right on the edge.
I just sometimes this one time I broke into a guy's car, just into his backyard, went in his garage, and I just took the door handle and just flipped it around so that the lock was on the inside. Now,
yeah,
he don't know what to do.
No idea.
What a fool.
Low crimes.
What low crimes? Low crimes. What? Let's do some little weird news. How about that?
All right. I hope there's some crimes in there.
What?
It's the only way I can relate.
There might be some crimes.
There better be.
Usually, you said Deirdre's here.
Deirdre's here.
Ask her about the Scantrons.
Deirdre is. Do you still use Scantrons? We need to know about the Scantrons. Tell us about that as we go to our weird news break here. Okay. All right. Now, so we've got yes. Deirdre says yes.
Okay, they still exist.
They still use Scantrons.
Scantrons still around.
Right?
There you go. Yeah. And that's an internet exclusive.
That's right.
Because the answer is going to be missing from the episode since we're
unless we just bring it up.
No, that's too hard.
No,
we don't have that.
We don't want to disadvantage the people that have been here.
That's right. We have to give them an edge. They have to have an edge on things. Not like the Edge, which is a member of U2, I think, right?
He is.
Guitar player?
Yeah, the Edge. Or that movie with Anthony Hopkins and Alec Baldwin.
Oh, yeah.
Where they getting chased by a bear.
That's right. Yeah.
It's a really old movie.
The video game. What video game, Deirdre?
The Edge.
Is that a video game?
Oh, I was going... Deirdre and I talked earlier. I was going to give my review on the Evil Dead game.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, then we'll do that.
We'll go into that. Yeah, Deirdre, I was gonna swing that around towards the... Well, you want me to do it after Weird News?
No, we'll do it before Weird News.
Okay. That's fine.
All right. That way, yeah. But first, let's see here. Where is my... What in the hell just happened? Oh, there we go.
What the fuck?
It was Lil Crimes.
It was Lil Crimes.
Crimes.
I clicked on something and it just all disappeared on me here. All right. We're gonna do
There's Chris.
One of these guys.
It's the only place we see him anymore.
That's right.
On this Weird News graphic. There's no more Chris.
It's all right. I'm all right with the transponder.
And another thing.
And another one. Oh no.
Another one.
Oh no.
I want DJ Khaled to collaborate with me.
How do I? Same damn thing happened again. Let me see if I can figure this out here.
Lil Crimes is our rap group.
Whatever.
Beast Labor is our
Yes, I like this.
is our metal group.
And our number one hit is Doom Scroll Rabbit Hole.
Yeah.
Doom Scroll Rabbit Hole.
Love
That's
it.
Does Lil Crimes ever team up with Lil Durk?
Maybe if we can afford that billboard space one day, maybe we will be able to get Lil Durk's attention. Lil Durk.
Lil Durk.
Do you ever see that billboard?
Apparently, he's
No.
very popular.
No.
He was on a bunch of T-shirts at Spencer's when we went.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
We saw some. There's some like billboard with like. Usually it has like milk ads on it.
Yeah.
And it's like right by like a residence on the way to like
They're just-
my neighborhood
Yeah,
over
it's
there.
big milk. Big milk money.
Yeah, big milk. Always sporting all that money to get their more awareness about their milk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you got
apparently.
to. Yeah.
So there was some billboard up there, like in that space. It was
Mhm.
just like some ad for this guy, Lil Durk, for like a few months, and we were just joking about it every time we go past.
That's Marky Mark's name in Boogie Nights. Dirk Diggler.
Dirk Diggler.
Dirk Diggler.
Dirk Diggler.
There you go.
I hate Marky Mark.
Yep.
I
And-
fucking hate him.
And he likes to pretend that was his wiener in the movie. Was not his wiener.
That's not
That
his
was
wiener.
prosthetic. In fact, that was a very expensive prosthetic. Second only to Step Brothers.
His little dick.
Mhm.
We're talking about a man who beat up and almost killed. I'm not talking about this. I know you've all heard it before.
That's it. That's
I know
true.
you've all heard it.
Remember when I thought he was Matt Damon?
Yeah, that's an insult to Matt Damon.
I mix the two up all the time.
I'm all
I
right with
can't. I can't
They got these
place one.
bland ass faces, like both of them.
You're telling me.
Mm.
You're telling me. But you all didn't get to experience the baby rap chips, and I pity you. That's what Deirdre says.
Baby rap chips.
Yeah.
Baby rap.
Oh,
I have no
are you
idea.
talking about? Oh shit! Wait, Deirdre, there are these like hip hop like chip. And did I
Yeah,
rap
you
chips?
got me some. Is that
Rap
what they were
chips.
called?
I think they're called rap snacks.
Rap snacks.
They're called rap snacks.
Rap snacks.
And I got some from Matt.
Rap snacks, Deirdre. Just
That's
rap
it.
snacks.
So they sell them at the gas station right outside of work where I work, Deirdre,
Yeah.
down in Woodlawn. And there was all kinds of weird little ones too, like people I'd never heard of. And I gave Matt some. They're like not even good.
Yeah.
They don't even taste like
Juan
anything.
says they're good.
They're good. The ones I've had did not impress me.
Yep.
Now I have not had all of them, I will say.
Well,
So Juan probably has like one of the better ones, I'm sure.
Sure.
I just didn't even look at the flavors when I got them. I just picked them up. I was like, oh yeah, whatever. But tell me a good one, I'll try them. I mean,
that's so. Yeah, we got to get the rap snacks reviews in here, folks.
rap snacks. I would love
maybe
to,
we'll
to
do a
eat
little-
one of someone I recognize too, because I didn't recognize
One of
anybody.
them is the baby chips for you.
The baby.
Yeah. It's all of the flavors in one bag apparently.
Oh really?
So Deirdre says.
Oh no. Oh no.
That's a big footprint.
That's a big baby.
That's a big baby. That's right. Probably pretty evil too. Judging
Also
by the
evil.
size.
The heavier your baby. I was 10 pounds. So I just chew on that.
I was preemie, so I was far less evil than most people coming
How
into this
big were
world.
you?
5 pounds.
All right,
There you go.
Allison was very good.
5 pounds
Just as
even.
she is in life.
And concise.
Yep.
Even. No ounces involved here.
Right
Who needs ounces in?
That's exactly right.
level. Just
There we go.
exact.
Juan says the honey cheese curls are the bomb.
Honey cheese curls.
What are these rap snacks?
There's these bags of chips with like wrappers, like cartoon faces on them.
So is M&M on one of them? And if it is M&M, is it M&M flavored?
No.
Like, is it M&M's?
Mm,
Oh.
no. That's the only thing
They're
that would make
chips.
any sense, right? The Snoop dog rhymes.
Right. Deirdre says, Allison, that she's going to bring you some.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome. I'm
Yeah,
excited.
yeah, that's it. We're going to make a delivery. In fact,
I'll get some next time I'm down at work on Friday.
We got to do this. We got to get together. So we've got Patreon content to shoot. We can eat these rap snacks as it's Patreon content. We just need content.
We should do endorsements.
We got it, and we got a really nice space set up now with the cameras and everything like that. So we're really good to get all this stuff recorded. We're going to make this happen.
Yeah,
sure. But let's get back to the show. How about that? We'll get back to the show. Here comes Stevie Wonder. I had a moment, a superstitious moment where the song came on. It sounded real weird. Like this doesn't belong here.
Help me, Jesus! Help me, Jewish God! Help me, Allah! Ah!
Weird news on the Kickstarter net.
Help me, Tom Cruise! Tom Cruise used a wheelchair on me to get the fire off me! Ah, help me, Oprah Winfrey! Ah!
A tarantula enjoys a fine chewing gum. The human torch is denied a bank loan. The arsonist has other shoes.
And now with this week's weird news, here's Mulch.
Righty, folks. So here we are. Before we get started, Matt's going to give his review on the new Evil Dead game.
Yes, I just picked up this game. I had it on pre-order.
I saw what's her face, Dana De Lorenzo was talking.
Yeah, she's in it.
She's in it.
And I had just like the most bland experience with her.
Of course.
She's fine. But yes, so this came out like a week or so ago.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of didn't have high hopes for this game at all, just because I thought it was going to be, well, it got delayed. It was supposed to come out in February. It got delayed to like just this past week.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking like, oh, well, this is just going to be some kind of cash in or just some kind of, I didn't see a whole lot of press about it. I mean, Bruce Campbell, I follow him and he was like, oh yeah, I'm doing the game and so-and-so's at it. And I saw like the preview was like all these different characters like walking out of the cabin together from all the different, from the whole franchise. Right. So it's like King Arthur and the like Ash versus Evil Dead Ash. And then like original Ash, and then like Scotty from the first movie. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, can you play as all these guys?
Right.
You can literally play as all these characters, and like each one of them, it's like basically like a 4-player team versus a Kandarian demon as far as the multiplayer goes. But it also has like single player missions and it has single player AI with that same structure where you can like play with computers and all. So it's not tied to only an online multiplayer game, which I really like, because most of these like free to play online multiplayer games end up dying as soon as the game is the interest is gone.
Mm-hmm.
But the characterizations of each of the characters that you can play, like their skill trees and their abilities fit really, really well with like what they did in the movies and their portrayals.
Well, that's
so
always
like,
nice. Yeah.
Evil Dead 1 Ash is like he's heavily concentrated on more like being a support character because he's not really like an apparent hero.
Sure.
But then there's like a leader version and from like the later series. So, and you can literally, everybody can play as Ash. That's also the way they separate it out. So it's an Ash from every time period. And there's 4 of them.
Okay.
So old Ash, the modern day one, Army of Darkness, Evil Dead 2, Evil Dead 1, and then all the characters thereafter. And you can play as a Kandarian demon. So you can be like Henrietta. You can be Evil Ash from Army of Darkness. You can be Eligos from the TV show.
Right.
And they all have like different minions and stuff. It's very, very good. I'm super impressed by it, and I just can't stop playing it because it's like a lot of fun. It also looks fucking awesome.
Even better.
Like,
it's all like
plays smooth and it looks great.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
So yeah. So I know, Deirdre, you're not big into video games, but if you do have like $300 lying around,
just $300 just sitting around on your way to college, just in case you got some spare cash.
Just don't buy a textbook.
Yeah,
buy this game instead and a console, and just fail one of your classes. It's fine.
Don't worry about it.
It'll cost you less.
Just take it from Matt.
Take it from me.
Nothing
matters.
There's hardly any width to him at all.
I've never lied.
That's right.
That's
There's
all
no
width to me.
When we're on this show, we have no width. That's
all
right.
height,
We're all
baby.
one-dimensional, baby. That's it. Absolutely.
Damn right.
Absolutely right. Well, I'll tell you who also didn't have any width. Let's see here. We'll bring this up. Here's some weird news for you folks. For our first story, we're heading to the land of real meat and real cheese. That's right, folks. Arby's. The manager at an Arby's fast food restaurant in Washington State has been accused of doing something a little distasteful. He has apparently been urinating into the milkshake mix that has been served to dozens of people.
Dozens
of people.
I can't believe dozens of people still go to Arby's. That's the most incredulous thing about this story.
Really is. That's the most nauseating part. Police in Vancouver, just across the Columbia.
You're used to tasting piss if you go to Arby's.
All you gotta do is check out the sauces, folks. Yeah. So
didn't Nate tell us that Nate from Thunderfist,
yeah,
told us about how he used to work at Arby's and that it was like liquid meat.
Yeah, they put it in the molds. Yeah, it's not.
Why would H. John Benjamin lie?
Well, sometimes you don't have an oven. All you have is a blender.
When people who oh no, probably once was meat.
Yeah, at some point, this was
make it easier for transportation. That way you can put it on those like big old gallon trucks. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
That's how it goes sometimes. Yeah, things that deliver your pool water during the winter months. So police in Vancouver,
water, please.
I need to freeze my pool. Hurry up! Police in Vancouver, just across the Columbia River from Portland, Oregon, said they uncovered footage of the 29-year-old man peeing into a bag of milkshake mix as they were executing a search warrant on his phone as part of a child pornography investigation.
Oh,
there you go.
No.
So we're really dealing with a very skinny fellow here. The manager made one court appearance last Wednesday on the allegations and another on Friday. So there's also a new allegation of second-degree assault on somebody, and the police found the 16-second urination video on the closed-circuit cameras. According to probable cause affidavit, the metadata showed it was recorded on October 30th in Arby's in Vancouver's Mill Plain neighborhood. So if you've been up north and you, for whatever reason, had thought, you know what, one thing that I miss is liquid meat from America, then you might want to check your date book and see if maybe you had a tainted milkshake.
Now here's the question. What is Arby's going to do to backpedal this bad publicity? Or are they happy with just settling in court, like giving people money?
This is a good question. I mean, it's like literally dozens. So,
disgusting.
this.
I would claim
they might go out of business.
They might not have enough money to survive.
I would claim if I were in that area, and I would encourage all of you to do this.
Yes.
Who are in that area, as if any of you are listening to me right now, but
they are.
Go. They are.
Yeah. Here's
get a class action. Go. Get a class action. Get an attorney.
Yeah.
And make your money off of Arby's, because fuck them.
They've got it. It's liquid. It's all liquid.
They hile.
Wait a minute now. This Hitler dog's back.
Oh God. They hired.
Yes. It's all right. It's just 276 episodes in. It's okay. It was bound to happen eventually. It was bound to come out that you're a little obtuse. It's okay.
I was getting so ahead of myself because I was going to say they hired a child like predator.
Yeah.
Or they hired a child.
They could have. We don't know. Maybe that's why.
They hired him.
They might have hired him before they hired him, and that's the reason why he was on the staff.
But how do you hire a child predator? And then
they didn't know.
They didn't know yet. Yeah, all this stuff came up afterwards.
Right. He was being investigated.
Yeah,
so Arby's probably had no idea.
This motherfucker was pissing in the milkshake machine.
Yeah. Well, no, in the mix. They don't have a machine. There's no machine.
It's always down.
No, that's too busy making the ham.
We're too busy.
We're too busy making the ham with the milkshake machine.
You should have just pissed in the meat milk or whatever.
Nobody would have been the wiser. Yeah. There's an acceptable tolerance of urine to meat.
There's already a lot of urine.
We at Arby's maintain a very strict.
You wouldn't have thrown the
tolerance.
pH off enough that it would have shown up on the
luckily, it's all chemicals, so that's okay. It's all neutralized in the mix.
So this is. Let me just point this horrifying fact out to the rest of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
This is just the person that got caught doing it.
Yeah.
Imagine who else is peeing in your meat.
I will cook my own food for the rest of my life.
Yeah, that's it.
And I will pee in it.
That way I know it's sterile from me. Okay. The manager acknowledged to investigators.
Child predator pee.
The manager acknowledged to investigators that he urinated in a milkshake mix bag at least twice, but he said, "We was almost sure he threw the bag out. I was almost sure."
What?
Yeah, he was almost sure, but he said he was working alone in the restaurant that night and that he did it. You guessed it, folks, for the same reason why everybody does everything that ends up on the news: sexual gratification.
Of course, yeah. There's some kind of like need for him to know that people are drinking his piss.
Yep, that's it. So he told detectives that if he didn't throw the bag away, it would have been added to another mix by the next shift and served to customers. So another manager at Arby's told detectives the restaurant sold at least one ice cream float and about 30 to 40 milkshakes that day.
So they caught him this time. This kind of makes me wonder about, like, in Scooby-Doo.
Yes.
Where they get the ghost, the criminal, the villain.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that was their first hoorah. Like, these people generally are old.
Yeah.
And they usually aren't, like, let's face it. That's the kind of people who are like setting cats on fire when they're kids.
Sure. You mean the ones that in Scooby-Doo?
Mm-hmm. The ones this is not their first rodeo.
Yeah.
They have hurt people before.
That's right.
Scooby-Doo's theme just stopped them now.
That's how we get the Mr. Machine to run. All right. It's off of all the old things that were full of urine that we found at various restaurants along the way. That's all. You got to throw it all in there somehow. But another manager at Arby's. Oh, wait, I already read that. But in an email to the Colombian Vancouver Police Sergeant Julie Ballou, said, maybe from Jungle Book, said investigators had no evidence that Arby's or its franchise owner was aware that the man was urinating. That's right. Yeah, it had no idea about his call of nature that was happening there in the milkshake mix, apparently. But so his bail was set at wait a minute. A judge raised the man's bail Friday from $5,000 to $40,000, and he's scheduled to be arraigned on the 25th.
He still only has to pay like $8,000 to get out.
Yep, that's it. There you go. So, maybe it's time. Maybe it's time for gladiators to come back and for them to primarily be Arby's managers. We can stick them in and send some lines in there. I mean,
I think if we get you on video doing something, I think we can just throw you down and like.
It's not expensive. You can buy an all-in-one pretty cheap these days. Mm-hmm. Just get like the old like sandwich board style, over the shoulder deal, but screens, and it's just the video of them doing their bad thing.
Like the Scarlet Letter.
Exactly, just digital.
Oh, okay. We're doing a Hammurabi kind of deal.
Oh, absolutely. I'm all about it.
No, I say just murder them.
Well,
it's not murder. I say let's correct the gene pool. That's what I call it.
I'm not killing this person. I'm removing them from the roulette. Okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, let's heil the next story up.
Heil on to the next one. There you are.
So cleanse this gene pool.
Well, speaking of gene pools, a retired Indian couple is suing their son and daughter-in-law, demanding that they produce a grandchild within a year or pay them $675,000.
What?
There you are, folks. So that's that there.
What would make me want to produce a child for my parents? Them suing me.
That's right. Lawsuits are the best way to get what you want.
What?
That's it. So
maybe they really don't want grandkids like really bad. This is reverse psychology.
Of course, then again, their statements are very convincing, but we'll see. Sanjeev, a 61-year-old retired government officer, said it was an emotional and sensitive issue for him and his wife, and that they can't wait any longer. His son, who's a pilot, was married 6 years ago. We want a grandson or a granddaughter within a year or compensation because I've spent my life's earnings on my son's education. Maybe that's why he's not having any fucking kids. How about that?
It's working.
Yeah, exactly right. Yes, he knows exactly what he's doing. He said that they spent $47,300 for his son's pilot training in the United States.
Okay.
And the main issue is that at this age, we need a grandchild. But these people, my son and daughter-in-law, have an attitude, and they don't think it's about us.
Why is this my dad?
Yeah, I know. Well, we got him married in the hope that he would have we would have the pleasure of becoming grandparents. It's been 6 years since their marriage. It feels as if, despite having everything, we have nothing.
You know, you can't even call it a lawsuit because there's no. I would think in the whole world, there's no judge that's going to actually entertain this bullshit suit.
I would hope.
Who drew this up?
Yeah, what's their end goal here? So,
Yeah.
okay, we can't have a baby.
The court told you to fuck.
So now we'll have a bunch of money
But
instead.
think about
and
it.
no child.
They spent $47,000
Can I
on
trade
the
for
son.
that debt, by the way?
I'll tell you.
Take that instead.
And they're threatening to sue them for $675,000. That's a significant multiplication
Lost
there.
time and wages.
Emotional trauma.
I guess it must be.
That's right.
He says we're not getting the love and affection from where we want it most. I feel very unlucky, he says.
Well, I'll tell you who's unlucky. Your son.
That's
for
right,
having
yeah.
you as the father.
Well, at least he made it overseas.
Here's the 47 grand. Okay, that seems like there was very much a string attached.
Yeah, well, I would say, yeah. But again, $675,000 is quite a jump from 47.
I think I'd give him $20 and a strong uppercut just to fuck off.
That's it. There you go.
Like that's what I'd give. I'd be like, you're dead to me.
Right.
I'm gonna go and live my life, and you can go do your thing.
Have fun.
I wonder how the daughter-in-law is feeling about all this.
That's a good question. And I wonder whether or not she's an American, because if so, that would only add to the agitation. Speaking of agitation, a Florida man is facing charges for misusing 911 after he allegedly placed repeated calls asking law enforcement officers to arrest President Joe Biden. Jacob Philbeck, 29, was arrested on May 8th after making a series of calls to the Pinellas County 911 system requesting that Joe Biden be arrested and former drug kingpin Joaquim El Chapo be freed.
I'm way more interested
Give
in
us Barabbas!
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah. Police said Philbeck was initially told that the information he was providing was a non-emergency situation and that he was warned not to make similar 911 calls. He apparently didn't get the message because he called cops once again saying President Joe Biden needs to be placed in prison. El Chapo needs to be freed. Following 3 more calls to 911, the police decided to pay Philbeck a visit around 6 a.m. At the time they stopped by, he was on the phone with 911 again, but the call was cut short by his arrest. So he was taken to jail and booked on charge of misusing 911. He's later released, posting $150 bond. That's why all of this shit happens in Florida. They're like, you got a 20? Just get the fuck out of here.
Come on,
right.
we got a guy that just fought an alligator coming in here in about 5 minutes. We need your ass out
and
there.
The crazy part is still
need
on
a
his
bed.
arm. We need the whole cell, okay? So,
and you take your pick. You want to be in here with him?
Whatever you want to do,
Or
it's
do you
your
want
choice.
to spend $10 because it's getting lower and lower every minute I talk.
Let me tell you, one way or the other, I'm getting a suitcase out of this deal. So it's all up to you what it's made of.
How long can they live outside of water?
That's what we need. Listen, I'm a scientist here. I might be a corrections officer, but I'm a scientist first and foremost.
First and foremost, that's a Bachelor of Science.
That's right. Bachelor of
Social Science. It's a BS.
That's right.
And I want you to think of that every time you hear my name. BS.
That's right. You think Mr. Science. That's me. BS.
Look in my eyes. Look into my eyes.
Look into my cold-blooded reptilian eyes, my reptile eyes.
I got this a brain the size of a pea.
Yeah, that's right.
In my head.
And I'm very, very run by adrenaline right now. I'll tell you who else was ruined by adrenaline. Supermarkets, cars, and lifts, which is just another way to talk about a taxi. Or just some of the unusual birthplaces reported for babies who have made speedy entrances in the world. But one newborn in Brazil now surely lays claim to the most rock and roll arrival of all time. 2-day-old Luan, with an L, Luan.
Luan.
Yes,
Oh.
almost like the flooring.
Wait a minute.
But different.
In Brazil?
Yes.
Not, the spelling's not sure? I'm really
Luan.
Okay.
Figueroa. We'll go with that.
Right.
Was born at the Metallica concert at Canto. I'm just going to destroy this name. Catu Verada Nictu Stadium in Brazil's southern state of Parana. That's it. To the sound of Enter Sandman. That's when the baby was born.
It's appropriate.
That's right.
I like it.
Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Metallica's trying to live up. Now, what I love is the Lars's face in this photo. I want to know what in the hell he's leaning on, first of all, because it's not the symbol. He's nowhere near the symbol.
It's all that respect that all the drummers have for him.
That's exactly right. And let him tell you all about it. So with just 3 songs left to go, the plan was to take her to the hospital by ambulance, but there was no more time.
James Hetfield delivered the baby.
That's right. James Hetfield jumped into the crowd and delivered the baby.
Paternal instincts kicked right in. And he was like,
he threw his guitar to the side.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Give me that baby. Oh, wow. So the whole day was very crazy, she said, adding that she had joked that the little boy's name would be James Ulrich. Please don't do that to that child.
No.
She said she had received lots of messages about her son's
What about
birth.
Lars Hetfield?
Lars Hetfield. That sounds actually, even though I dislike them both just as equally, that I think that's a far better name.
That's a much better name, and I came up with it just on the spot right here.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
TM it and sell it for how much that guy paid to get out of jail? $150.
Yeah,
whatever it was.
We're going to sue you for $600,000 because
if you don't use this name.
Kid.
That's right. If you don't use this name.
Your kid was
that's
not
right.
my kid.
God.
And if you don't use this name I wanted,
God help us.
I wanted it,
that's
and
right.
I'll sue over it.
It's going to get
I'll
bad.
sue over the things
It's gonna
that
get real
I
bad
want in
real
your
quick.
life.
That's it. Juan says it looks like he's giving birth.
Oh, God.
There you go. But in 2000, it was an unusual welcome into the world. But little Juan is not the first baby to be born at a gig. In 2019, a woman gave birth at a Pink concert in Liverpool and reportedly went on to name the girl Dolly Pink. So apparently,
that's like a dog's name.
Not only are that's exactly right. Not only are people giving birth at concerts, but they're terrible at giving names at the same time. So.
I thought that this story was going to be about how James Hetfield had like a existential breakdown on stage.
I wish that.
I read that
I
just
wish it would
today.
happen again.
Like
Was
it
he having
happened
the breakdown during the birth.
During
maybe that's
tour.
what did it for him.
I don't. I had that thought because like I don't know if the fact that somebody was
what
being
happened?
born. Well, he like was talking about how he's getting old and it's hard for him to play the same stuff like he used to.
Yeah.
And it was just like a existential kind of meltdown.
I
he had.
bound to
bet it was
happen.
during that birth.
It might have been during the birth.
I'm going to look it up. It's got to be on YouTube.
Here's new life.
I'm dying.
I'm dying.
I'm dying.
As he's getting older and falling apart, we're figuring out how to hold things together a little bit closer. We're going to continue along with something that I've talked about before. We talked about the taco funnel last week, right?
Yeah.
This is just taking it to a whole new level. A team at Johns Hopkins University yeah, I'm telling you, this is real, are aiming to change the way people eat their burritos with a new invention. You guessed it, folks, edible tape.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
We finally found it.
Johns Hopkins should be working on trying to cure cancer. Why are they making edible
We already
tape?
figured that out, okay? It's going to kill you. So the tape, on the other hand, is delicious.
The tape will
and
give
it
you
keeps
more
things
cancer.
clean.
Do you really think they want to cure a disease that makes them all
that
this money?
That tape either looks like it's covered in mold or it's made out of lapis lazuli. So either way,
I thought this was a big hunk of blue cheese with an exceptionally blue spot. That's all I thought.
They
it
cleaned everywhere with that little rectangle. Yeah. Well, the Whiting. Hold on now. This is what it is. The Whiting School of Engineering.
Oh no.
Yes. I'm not going to say it.
Can
So
you give me some hype on this problem? I seem to be having an issue with this edible tape. Well, you can eat anything you can chew up and spit out.
Trust me. We've done the research.
We've tried.
So, who unveiled their tasty tape. We used to have bubble tape all the time when we were kids. It's no different. I love that stuff.
They want us to lick stamps, but now they're just...
You gotta wait. You gotta wait till you have like that much tape left, and then you eat it all at once. You're supposed to use a little cutter, but you don't use the cutter.
Nobody uses the cutter.
Bite it
Rip
off.
it. You
Just
gotta cut
bite
it
it
right
off.
here. God gave it to you.
That's right. That's right. That's the backup. That's how
right under your nose.
I'm busy chewing gum. I use this thing to eat my food. It's like a baby bird. So they Tasty Tape project for the school's engineering day design. They said that they were inspired to create their edible tape by their own experiences when notoriously messy foods such as burritos, tacos, and wraps. The chemical and biomolecular engineering students say that they aim to use science to make their lunches less messy.
You're just making sticky food. It already. I hate to break it to you, but honey exists. Okay,
honey.
Yeah, it's a sticky food.
Yeah, but you don't.
It's like glue. You just put some honey on the underside of this burrito. Guess what? Now it's edible and it's
you gotta
stuck together.
wait for it to dry.
No, you don't.
Then it just pulls apart though.
You got a hair dryer?
Yeah.
Maybe this is only sticky
got a
on
stove?
one side too.
See?
So like maybe the
Single-sided?
side that, yeah, single-sided tape.
Accept your defeat.
But how is this? Why do we have?
Because this is what Hopkins is working on.
Why are they doing this?
Because we've had enough brain surgery. It's burrito time.
The solutions already exist. And you what? Now you got to wrap a burrito like a birthday present every time.
If you use more than one piece of Tasty Tape making a burrito, you're doing it wrong. Okay.
You're gonna have to go to the mall. Get these fuckers to wrap this burrito up.
You've got to get the pamphlet. You've got to get the pamphlet. Well, what can I say? It's all that it has all the ingredients and it's safe to consume. They're food grade and they're common food and dietary additives.
I'm gonna start wrapping presents in burritos.
Yeah,
and food tape.
I love that idea. I think it's great, especially if
You
the
gotta
gift
eat-
is food. Yeah,
Eat the gift off.
but the trick is that the food on the inside is still in the wrapper.
That's right.
It's kind of like a fortune cookie, but different. Guano said that the tape's adhesive is activated by moisture and designed to remain in place while cooking. So there you go. That's another nice little feature there. That's pretty cool.
Why are they engineering this? Where is there a need for this?
Listen, I'll buy it. I'll buy it today. Okay.
Here's the great thing about food. If you can pick it up and stuff it in your mouth, you can eat it.
You got to bite it first. And when you bite it, sometimes it falls apart. And when that happens, I'll be putting tape on that shit while I'm eating it, right? This piece is starting to fall off. Tape that shit back on there. I'll be eating a cookie, right? Just tape all the crumbs right back to whatever the biggest piece is. Then you get the sensation of eating an entire cookie instead of being like, well, now I'm a mouse. Okay. Now I'm eating these little crumbs off the floor, right? Like I'm some little tiny rodent. I'm a big man. Okay. I'm really evil and wide. And so I want to eat my cookie in one piece, in peace.
This is all just to stroke your ego, basically.
I wonder what the
like
texture
humanity's ego, huh?
I wonder what the texture's like in the flavor.
That's a good question.
Because like if that thing's like
that is the most important question, I think.
Right.
well, because it could ruin the whole thing.
It could. That's very true.
What if it tastes like sour cream?
That's right. That's right.
What?
Yeah. If it tastes like sour cream, then I'm out.
I don't want. Hell no.
No, I'm out.
I know some people love it.
Well, it's okay. Not everyone can be right. So
Right.
it
tastes like it's spoiled.
Why? Because it is. It's soured. It's gone bad. Okay, throw it away. Look at me. I eat food that's been under the seat of my car for weeks at a time, and I'm telling you to stay away from sour cream. Okay, what does that tell you? All right. It tells you there's no way, there's no chance in hell that you're going to stay alive long enough.
That's like a raccoon turning away from a McDonald's hamburger.
That's right.
You better follow Raccoon.
I'm washing my tiny little paws.
Dr. Raccoon.
That's right.
Knows exactly where to go.
That's right.
Tanuki Mario. Tanuki Dr. Mario.
Just throwing those pills. Just keep peeling them off like a Pez dispenser. That's all you got to do. It makes everything okay. So I'll tell you what else makes everything okay.
Shit.
So the Guinness World Record announced that a Venezuelan man has been dubbed the oldest living male in the world. So this is just a few days shy of his birthday. So his name, you want to take a guess what his name is, Matt? He's from Venezuela.
His name is Carlos Zafarrey.
His name is Juan Mora.
Juan Mora. Juan Mora. One more year. Wait. We have one, and now we have one
Juan
more.
Mora. Yeah, that's right. That's the reason why I picked the story. There you go. So he is the oldest living male at just shy of 113 years old.
He looks like that.
Yep. There you go.
That's actually a lot better than I thought.
He's doing great.
That's a lot better than I thought.
Every day.
I love the contrast between my reaction and Matt's
Yes,
reaction.
yeah.
Matt's like, oh.
This man has severe cataracts.
Oh, look, he looks
He's got more than
happy.
cataracts, buddy. He's got
He
he
doesn't
has
have a
If he
tooth
has
to
any
speak of.
teeth.
he has like a whole extra eye's worth of material there between his two eyes. You remove those cataracts. So the record-keeping organization announced that Juan Mora, who will turn 113 on May 27th, was verified as the oldest man in the world. According to a Guinness World Records senior consultant. So Mora was born in 1909 as one of 10 children, and now has 11 grandchildren, 41 grandchildren, and 18 great-grandchildren, and 12 great-great-grandchildren. Get in touch with these Indian people here so they can drop us a lawsuit. He's got plenty to spare.
I know, yeah.
You could
Just
just
give
share
him.
'em.
He can barely see him. He won't miss one.
Yeah.
So Mora, who worked as a farmer for decades before selling his last parcel of land at the age of 104, married Idolfina Del Rosario Garcia in 1937. Garcia died in 1997. Mora begins each day, my friend, with a cup of black coffee and breakfast, which I don't really care about, but and breakfast with his family. He remains a devoted Catholic and prays the rosary daily. So that's nothing like a little Catholicism to make you terrified of dying.
That's right.
That keeps you alive real long, folks.
God loves for you to stick around and suffer.
That's right. God said, I put you here for a purpose. Don't make it for nothing. All right.
It's to hurt.
Scream louder. So the super
Gets me off. I'm up here jerking off on the throne.
Scream louder. It gets the hose again. The super centenarian told Guinness World Records that the most important things he's learned in life is the love of God, the love of family, and that we must get up. We must get up early to work. I'm gonna read the story as it is written. Mora was named the record holder.
It's never as fun if you do that, Matt.
Mora was named the record holder after the previous record holder, Spanish man Saturnino de la Fuente Garcia, died January 18th.
Went belly up.
Went belly up at the age of 112, 341 days.
Can you imagine celebrating the death of your current leader?
He's dead? Oh, all right.
Yes! This is the picture was taken
Beat him
right
to it.
after they told him that the next oldest guy, that the oldest guy was dead.
That's right.
Is that a picture of him behind himself?
Yeah, it is.
Oh my God,
It is.
Allison, it is.
Yeah,
I didn't
you're
even
exactly.
notice that.
Yeah, there were other pictures. In fact, the picture I originally wanted to put on here was of him like just staring into space.
Oh yeah,
But I couldn't find it, and so I was
Aw.
like, he looks real happy.
That's
in this
probably the one
we'll
that's
use this one here.
hinted at behind.
There you
behind
go.
him right now.
We already talked about the oldest living woman, Sister Andre of Toulon in France. Her age was verified at 119 years, 95 days.
Another Christian.
Wow.
She's going to be dead any day, and he's going to be the oldest
So-
living person.
So like people, we see people dying, every day. We hear of celebrities dying or like people that you know.
Sure.
Meanwhile, this motherfucker's outliving everybody. He
Yeah.
is now, he's now 30 years beyond his wife's death.
Yep. I'd love to see it. He's bringing people, especially if he was like a doctor. He's bringing people into life, and then he's burying them. He's bringing them alive,
Yeah.
burying them. He doesn't care. He's just laughing it up.
It's I find it funny that they only mentioned in the story that he had 11 grandkids and not any
No,
of his-
11 children, 41 grandchildren, 18
Oh.
great-grandchildren, and 12 great-great-grandchildren.
I guarantee that of his 11 kids,
Yeah.
some of them aren't alive anymore.
Oh, yeah.
That has to
that's
be.
kind of
Have to be.
He had to have buried at least a few of his children.
Oh, he had to get that hat from somewhere.
He's like a
Venezuelan.
vampire,
Yeah.
dude.
He is.
I don't want to be this way. I don't want to live
You don't wanna-
30 more
But he looks
years.
so
In a salmon shirt?
happy with his
He
hat.
looks. I think he has dementia.
He's got a salmon shirt on,
But he
though.
looks
So,
happy with his
Yeah.
dementia.
yeah, that's it.
He's
And
like, I can't see anyone anymore, and I can't understand a thing. This is the happiest I've ever been.
I can't hear a goddamn thing. Nobody bothers me anymore. Everything is great.
Every so often, I just go through the range of emotions.
Yeah.
I do. And then I do.
And then I punch somebody, and then I say, "Sorry, I'm an old man. Leave me alone."
Sorry.
That's right.
The pity and remorse I feel are immeasurable.
That's right.
And then I go back to eating Jello, and I just, I just scream into the void.
Nobody can hear me.
Pastimes.
I can't hear them at least.
I
don't
too
hear
stick my
complaints.
head in the oven. To
That's
feel
right.
things.
He loves it. He loves it. It's how he keeps the skin tight. Nice and
The only thing
dry.
I can feel sense anymore is
That's
heat.
right. That's right. When the heat
Hell.
gets thrown towards my nerve endings, it dusts them off and sends them screaming.
I feel the heat and I feel the closeness to the end. Finally. That's all I'd be wishing for at this point. I wouldn't want to be. Would you really want to be 113? Some people are terrified of dying.
Man, no. Well, I'm fine with dying, and I'm fine with being old.
Yeah, that's true. You do. You want to be old.
I'm happy with the marriage of the end of life, whatever that might be, whatever the end of my life brings along. I'm ready for it, and I would like it soon, please.
Sooner than later, if you don't mind.
That's right. If we can work this out to sort of speed up the clock a little bit. I guess I missed my window by not having children because apparently that ages you a lot faster.
That's
but
true.
But I'm all right with that. I don't need that. That's the one thing. I don't
COVID.
want to be an old man with little kids running around me because I'll be like my great grandfather and I'll pay those bitches to leave me alone. That's what my great grandfather. He would sit when they would have family reunions. He would sit in a room by himself in a chair, and whenever the kids would come screaming and running through the room, he'd go, "Hey, come here. And they come over and he'd give them each $1 and say, "Don't come in this room anymore." I wish I could have met him. I would have loved him.
He really wants you to leave me the fuck alone.
Yep. But that's it. So sometimes you just gotta rejoice.
There's an Indian man that really wishes he had your relative.
You can always throw that out there. So there's an Indian man who wishes that he had what you have. Be grateful. Go pray the rosary before you die. Because Jesus is probably real too. And if we learn one thing, Jesus doesn't give a shit about your kids. It's your soul that he's after because you know what you did. You've been around for 113 years, Grandpa. Don't act like you don't know what's happening. Don't act like you're not hiding a bunch of stuff from the government underneath of that hat. All right, you keep it on you at all times because you think the last thing they're going to do is frisk a 113-year-old man.
You mean for me to believe that head isn't caved in?
Just there ain't nothing left in there. There's spiders and dust bunnies.
It's like a deflated whoopee cushion under that
We've
hat.
seen your eyes. Your optometrist said, "Why are you even here?"
You can't see us, but we can see you.
That's right. It's like a two-way mirror. Okay, we're just waiting for an opportunity to pull out all of those war crimes that you have hidden underneath of that hat. We know what you've got.
There's at least
there.
a few.
There's at least like a finger under there.
He's been around for 2 world wars, almost a third.
He's like, let's make it an even trilogy. I've been waiting for the third movie to come out.
Return of the Jedi.
That's
baby.
right. I got lifts up his hat. He pulls out 2 fingers. It's got the one's all bony and the other one's just rotted flesh. Just keep these. Just waiting for my third. Just keep them under the hat.
Get the trifecta.
Keep things fresh. I'm an old man. I don't question the smell. It all comes with the territory.
Everything smells like death when you're me.
I can't smell anything anyway. So
not my problem.
This is what death smells like, I guess.
You ever seen the show The Walking Dead?
That's right.
That's me.
You're looking at him. You're looking at him. And you're looking at the end of another episode.
Oh.
So we'll see you next time on another episode of Kickstart with Matt
and Matt
and Allison.
There we
Yay.
are, everybody. Thank you for joining us. There's an increase in the temperature. Just going to throw that out there for everybody. Just in case you're in a basement somewhere. We talked to you before many episodes ago. Just in case there's somebody held in captivity that for whatever reason they can get our podcast. We just want you to let you know that if you were free, if you were not trapped in a basement by some cruel obese overlord.
A serial killer would make their victims listen to this show.
That's right. That's right. Involuntarily. That's right. So let me tell you, Joe Biden is still the president, and no, that is not the 113-year-old man we just talked about from Venezuela. And it is getting warmer outside. You're missing out. So hopefully you get out soon.
I mean, at least it's cooler down in the basement.
That's right. Yeah, you're shielded from the humidity.
Yeah.
It's all about counting your blessings, folks.
Right.
Just count them little blessings.
Everybody has, it's how you look at it. Everybody has something to be thankful for.
That's right.
Even the person down in the basement.
puts the lotion on the skin or it gets the hose again.
I don't think this is a good idea, Stottlemyre.
This is not how we solve crimes, Captain.
It is today.
Tony Shalhoub!
All right, internet people. Thank you for sticking with us here.
Thanks for sticking like food engineered by Johns Hopkins.
Juan says it's the kickstart with Matt, and Allison, so it's the MMA without the fighting.
Without any excitement.
That's right.
No violence, no excitement.
No violence, no excitement.
No strategy.
Just lots of talking.
It's like, which is basically the Joe Rogan podcast.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No tact or any.
Just without the
intelligence.
bunker. Yeah,
Right.
we're
We don't
above
have a
ground. He's below ground.
Right.
That's all it is.
He's underground in Austin, which is a really bad idea because it floods there a lot.
It does.
And they don't have basements just for that.
You just
same reason.
see, I think Joe Rogan has like 3 rooms that are just full of sump pumps, so they can just constantly filter the water off.
And the one that isn't, he
problem.
houses his family in because
This
they're
is the- right.
only thing holding him down.
Because
He has a family.
well,
Yeah.
in one of the rooms,
In the public
in
eye.
one of the rooms, he has a family. I don't know where they came from.
In one of the rooms,
I
there's
don't know where
another
they-
room with
there's
another family.
It's like
in
this is
there.
a family. This is the family that I have in this room.
A family.
Yeah, There's no
His
ownership
family.
involved here because I don't believe in ownership. I just believe in
You ever heard of an Irish goodbye? That's what he did. He did an Irish marriage where he did a real quick pass by and he said, "You're my family now.
right. You all need to come with me.
Come
you're,
here.
You're living underground now.
You're on
Yeah.
the experience.
That's right.
You're having the experience right now, and the experience is dread."
That's what Joe Rogan
Dread.
says every time he attempts to have sex with someone. You're having the experience right now.
You ever see my back kick? It sounds like a shotgun. I'll let you make a choice. You either see the Clockwork Elves with me, or you get shotgun kicked. And I'll do it until you either pass out, throw up, or both.
This is what I call a date.
I used to host Fear Factor. Do you think I'm afraid of anything? I've expelled myself of fear at this point in my life.
Took long enough, but I got here. All right.
I've watched enough people crawl through spiders and eat testicles.
That's right.
That I can literally witness and deal with anything, including the strength of this back kick eviscerating your skull.
Let me just ask you a question. How many testicles have you seen someone eat?
If
All right. Ask yourself.
Babe Ruth
Ask yourself that question, and you tell me who's done too much acid. Okay.
if the pitcher in a Major League Baseball game ever chucked an apple to Babe Ruth,
Yeah.
and he hit it like a home run,
Right.
that would be like what your head would turn into if I back kicked it.
That's right. Instantaneous.
I'm going to back kick your head into oblivion.
I'm going to have to stay here to tell the coroner that you didn't eat a firecracker. Let me put it that way. We love you. See you next time.
Someone stop the madness, please.